If you want to master organic chemistry, welcome to my channel Chemistry Not Mystery. You can also visit my website chemistrynotmystery.com. This is the third lecture of alkene in which we are going to learn halogenation. So far we have studied nature of alkene, electrophilic addition reaction, electrophile and nucleophile, and Markovnikov rule. Let's revise the Markovnikov rule. According to the rule, negative part of the reagent goes to the carbon that has less number of hydrogens. Now try to apply this rule. So what do you get if HCl is added to propene? First identify the electrophile and nucleophile. HCl can be split as H plus and Cl minus. So H plus will be your electrophile and Cl minus will act as a nucleophile. So according to the rule, H plus will get attached to CH2 and Cl will go to the CH that has less number of hydrogens. So how this happens? First electrophile H plus approaches to pi bond and one of the sp2 carbon takes both the electrons and make a bond with H plus and leaves other sp2 carbon with no electron. Here carbocation is formed. This formed carbocation is directly bonded with two other carbons. That's why it is called as secondary carbocation. Now nucleophile, that is Cl minus, attacks on carbocation and make a bond with carbocation. That's how you get this product. Now come to the halogenation. Halogenation is the addition of halogen, which is symmetrical reagent, so it doesn't follow Markovnikov rule. Let's see how Br2 can be added to an alkene. When we add Br2 to propene, in the first step, pi electrons of alkene approach the Br2 molecule. Then one of the bromine accepts those pi electrons and make a bond with sp2 carbon. At the same time, other Br leaves as Br minus ion. This is the transition state and it doesn't last longer. If you want to learn more about transition state, you can read it from my website. You can find its link in the description box. Now you know bromine has 3 lone pair of electrons. Soon this bromine makes a bond with carbocation by using one of its lone pair of electrons. Now bromine is attached to both the sp2 carbons. Here bromine carries a positive charge. That's why it is called as bromonium ion. This is an intermediate for this reaction. Now Br minus act as a nucleophile. It can get attached to either of the carbon as Br minus attached to one of the carbon. At the same time, previously attached Br plus withdraws bonding pair of electron from that carbon. As a result, both Br atoms get attached to the adjacent carbon. And vicinal dibromide is formed as a product. Here are some important points of halogenation that you need to remember. First, Markovnikov rule doesn't apply here. For the reaction, inert solvents like dichloromethane is used to dissolve all the reactants. Three-membered cyclic halonium ion is formed as an intermediate, and vicinal dihalide is formed as a product. But what will happen if solvent is not inert? It may act as a nucleophile and leads to a different product. Let's see what will happen if we take water as a solvent. First half of the reaction will remain same as halogenation when we add bromine to propene. Bromonium ion is formed as an intermediate. It's a three-membered cyclic molecule in which Br is attached to both the sp2 carbons and carries a positive charge. Once bromonium ion is formed, the role of nucleophile starts. Water can be split as H plus and OH minus. So here there are two nucleophiles. One is Br minus and other is OH minus. Here we are using water as a solvent. So obviously OH minus will be in the higher concentration. That's why OH minus will attack on bromonium ion. But to which carbon would it go to? You have to decide it by Markovnikov rule. According to the Markovnikov rule, nucleophile goes to the carbon that has less number of hydrogens. So here OH minus will go to the middle carbon that has less number of hydrogen. Here bromine act as an electrophile and OH minus act as a nucleophile, and the product is called as halohydride. Now, can you predict the product if alcohol is used as a solvent? Let's try to find it. Till the formation of bromonium ion, there is no change. Now, you need to find the nucleophile. The general formula of alcohol is ROH. It splits into RO minus and H plus. So RO minus will be your nucleophile. So again we have two nucleophiles. One is Br minus and other is RO minus. As we are using alcohol as a solvent, RO minus will be in higher concentration. So it will react with bromonium ion as a nucleophile. And according to Markovnikov rule, nucleophile RO minus will get attached to the middle carbon that has less number of hydrogens. Here Br will act as an electrophile and RO minus will act as a nucleophile. And you will get haloalkoxy ether as a product. Let's summarize what we have learned today about halogenation of alkene. Here, three-membered cyclic halonium ion is formed as an intermediate. In inert solvent, product of halogenation of alkene is vicinal dihalide. If water is used as a solvent, OH minus will act as a nucleophile and addition follows Markovnikov rule, and the product will be halohydride. If alcohol is used as a solvent, RO minus will act as a nucleophile and addition follows Markovnikov rule, and you will get haloalkoxy ether as a product. I hope now you understand the halogenation of alkene. But if you have any doubt, please post them in the comment box. And to master the organic chemistry, stay tuned with Chemistry Not Mystery. And don't forget to like and share this video. And to get more such videos, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to get the notification. You can also join my Telegram channel. Thanks for watching. Keep learning. Stay safe.